because economically they're being pushed down the ladder, and these other people are coming, illegal immigrants that are being pushed forward and on a pedestal. Imagine this, and I was thinking about this. The average income, median income for African Americans, just nationwide, $35,700 odd a year. That's somebody that's doing well. That's the median income. That translates to about a little bit over $31,000 a month pre-tax. $3,100 a month pre-tax. If you add in the 15%, because they still have to pay tax, that's about $2,600 a month. From that, take away rent, which the average is $1,500 a month. In Chicago, $1,800 a month. If you're lucky, you can share an apartment with somebody, maybe not. So you're deducting that. Now you got to take out your transportation costs.
It's clear. It's documented. So anyone allowing illegal aliens into the country is anti-Black America. The Democratic Party is anti-Black America, and the Democratic Party has destroyed the Black American family. We only have there's only 25% two-parent households, it's 75% single-headed households, white liberal women, push-free sex feminism / sexual liberation. This destroyed the American family, destroying the American family, destroying Black American families. All these policies, all the policies of the Democratic Party stink. They have destroyed America. They have destroyed the family. John Adams says that for a country to be free and prosperous, the citizens must be moral and be of good moral character. The family is the most important institution in society. You have Black men who cannot marry Black women. Why? Because they don't have income. They don't have wealth. Why? Because mass immigration, illegal aliens. It's clear. It's very clear.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is again your Jinduki Stories, and I hope that you're doing fine wherever you are today. So again, I know, what a matter of fact, that immigration policies have always been having enormous effects, especially the negative effects to American Blacks. And I know this is a matter of discussion because it has affected Black people negatively. And the cases have been increasing rampantly in the United States, receiving a number of immigrants, especially in Black community or in Black areas. This means that the little job which is around them, they'll continue fighting for these jobs. This means that there will always be tension between the immigrant groups and the American Blacks, because the issue is these people are being pushed in Black communities, leaving other people to not fight for this. This leads to pressure or strain on the jobs which are around them. Join me today in this discussion where this African American leader, she is one of the people, I think she's director of immigration policy of the United States. So I think this is a legal ground for her to speak about this. Besides that, one interesting thing that I would like to say is that it's an eye-opening, because she comes from the Black community and she understands the struggles that Black people really comes from. Besides that, I've heard firsthand, like one-on-one talk with African Americans who have moved from the United States, who have come to Africa, and also talking about the same thing, where we have immigrants being pushed in Black areas, whereas other groups are being left, and you know the enormous effect that this causes this. So I want us to watch this video. It is an eye-opening video, and I'll have a small presentation in regards to this, and I hope to see you in my at the end of the video. Let the Black American sister talk about this, and she highlights this really well, and she describes how really this affects people from the Black community. Join me. If you're watching this video for the first time, I'll ask you to subscribe to the channel, join my membership. You can join my Patreon, and let's dive right into the video. I hope that we get to learn.
Yes, I serve on the board with Kathleen on BEAR, but I'm also the Director of Membership Development for Project 21 Black Leadership Network. And I think that's important to understand we are a center-right organization. So I'm saying this to say that the majority of the people that actually call or I come in contact with usually are center-right. Something has changed. I get more phone calls from elite Black liberals than I do from conservatives or people who lean conservative that are Black. And what has changed over the last 2.5, 3 years? Illegal immigration. I get phone calls at 11 o'clock in the morning from pastors, from leaders of NGOs, from community leaders, asking for my help that would never have the same policy and believe in the same policy issues that I do. But they're asking for help because for the first time, the straw that broke the camel's back is mass illegal immigration in Black communities. I have a large network in Chicago of Black pastors who called and said, can you help us? There's reality and there's perception. And we need to not understand how powerful perception is. Here's the perception of African American males. They think that mass immigration of illegal immigrants in their community is so that they can swap out Black people for brown. They believe that they're put there deliberately to take those jobs. Low industry, low skilled jobs that are historically held by African American males. They believe that they're there to displace them so that they don't have economic power so they can be pushed back. Second, they believe that they're there so that they can take control of their community. I hear from leaders in Black urban communities that don't lean right, are saying to me that they're meeting with people and they're seeing these immigrants in their community actually recruiting members to be gang members. Why? Because they want to take control of the community. They believe that there's a plot to make sure that there is no Black ownership of businesses, of housing, because they have deliberately planted all of the illegal immigrants purposely in minority communities to sow discourse. The last thing that I would hate to say, but it's true, is that they believe that the left is deliberately setting up a scenario where there's going to be a racial war not between Black and white, but between Black and brown. The fact that the majority of the illegal immigrants that you've seen in the last year are actually male, military-aged individuals. A lot of those individuals have been incarcerated, gang members, all of these situations. That we have a community that the Biden, I call him lock him up Joe, right? He didn't just take fathers out of the house, he took fathers out of the community completely. So there's already a shortage of Black males in the community. Now you're putting mass amounts of Black Army-ready illegal immigrants in there. What do you think is going to happen? Now, perception is a powerful thing. For the first time, you have Black males who historically lean left that are all of a sudden moving to the right. Why? Because economically, they're being pushed down the ladder, and these other people are coming, illegal immigrants that are being pushed forward and on a pedestal. Imagine this, and I was thinking about this. The average income median income for African Americans, just nationwide, $35,700 odd a year. That's somebody that's doing well. That's the median income. That translates to about a little bit over $31,000 a month pre-tax. $3,100 a month pre-tax. If you add in the 15%, because they still have to pay tax, that's about $2,600 a month. From that, take away rent, which the average is $1,500 a month. In Chicago, $1,800 a month. If you're lucky, you can share an apartment with somebody, maybe not. So you're deducting that. Now you got to take out your transportation costs. You have to take out your food costs. Illegal immigrants can come into this country. They get $2,200 a month for SSI. They get free rent. So let's add that. $2,200 average, $1,500 in free rent. They're already up to $3,700 a month. Then you add in, and if you use the Eric Adams model, they get another $1,400 in a debit card to pay for food and clothing and whatever accessories. So now you have people on this end who might have about $400 a month to spend. If they're probably going to be in the hole because they got other accessories that come up. These people over here are actually living an upper middle class life. Why? They're being rewarded for crossing the border illegally. And that doesn't even include the fact that they get free college. They get free health care. So the perception is actually meeting reality when you see that there are people who have been fighting for freedom. And when you hear people say racism, when you hear Black people say racism, what they're talking about is financial freedom, financial stability. I don't feel as financially stable as this person over here that's doing well, or this person over here that can afford all their bills, this person that can take care of their families. And in this sense, Black people are being pushed back, illegal immigrants are being propped up. So all of a sudden, individuals that haven't even achieved financial freedom, haven't achieved it, fighting for decades, are now looking at people who have an insurmountable amount of financial freedom. I want to give you another story. I was in Memphis, Tennessee for the last 3 weeks. Federal Express was laying off natural-born citizens to hire illegal immigrants. They were laying them off, not only them, but it was another large company that you would know, laying off legal citizens to replace them with illegal immigrants. In the city of Chicago, the school board is considered a sanctuary city, which means that illegal immigrants get preferential treatment in hiring over natural legal citizens. They automatically get 2 board seats without running on the school board over natural citizens. Who's getting pushed to the back of the bus? I can tell you something, we're holding on to the tailpipe of the bus. We're not even riding in it after you put the amount of benefits that illegal immigrants have. It was really a slap in the face when the city of Chicago opened up closed schools to house illegal immigrants.
They're not immigrants. They're illegal aliens. This is what the Democratic Party has done, or the political left has done to America. They have taken the word, they have taken control of the usage of words. They have, excuse me, they have controlled the narrative. They're illegal aliens. Excuse me. They're illegal aliens. They're not immigrants. This is very clear. We should not call them. Why am I coughing? I'm sorry. Can you take it out with some water?
But the perception is reality. They're seeing that reality every day. They're walking over and walking past Black men, young men who have no opportunities, who are sleeping in the street in boxes, while illegal immigrants are getting free housing, renting. In New York City, 135 of the hotels. New York City is the most expensive city in America to rent a hotel room. 135 hotels of the 700 hotels, that's a significant number, are now housing illegal immigrants. They're illegal aliens.
I mean, I can't stand
African Americans who will never have the opportunity not only to go to New York City, but to stay in a luxury hotel. And yet, illegal people breaking the law, coming over to the border, are actually getting a free ride. They have an American dream that African Americans will never realize in their lifetime. And how are we okay with this? It's the reason why you see the shift. You're seeing a shift from the left to the right, because that is the last straw. Fighting my entire life for financial stability, for my family. And then here this person gets rewarded for breaking the law. Not only does he hits the lottery, because I still have student loans and they get to go to college for free.
But this has been going on since the 1800s. If you know the history, you know it's been going on since the 1800s. Black Americans being replaced, newly freed slaves being replaced by mass immigration. Now it's illegal aliens. And Simone D. Sanders on MSNBC said we can't even say the word illegal aliens. She was saying that to Byron Donalds. That's not true. It's in you're anti-American if you don't go by the laws on the United States Code. It's anti-American. You're anti-Black American if you're pro-illegal aliens. This is the position. If you look at the history, if you know the data, you know illegal aliens, mass immigration since the 1800s has adversely impacted Black Americans. It's clear. It's documented. So anyone allowing illegal aliens into the country is anti-Black America. The Democratic Party is anti-Black America, and the Democratic Party has destroyed the Black American family. We only have 75, there's only 25% two-parent households, and 75% single-headed households. White liberal women push free sex feminism / sexual liberation. This destroyed the American family, destroying the American family, destroying Black American families. All these policies, all the policies of the Democratic Party stink. They have destroyed America. They have destroyed the family. John Adams says that for a country to be free and prosperous, the citizens must be moral and be of good moral character. The family is the most important institution in society. You have Black men who cannot marry Black women. Why? Because they don't have income. They don't have wealth. Why? Because mass immigration, illegal aliens. It's clear. It's very clear.
Welcome back to the channel. Amongst other things that the sister have talked about that I believe that it is important, it is, of course, when we put a large number of people in other people's area, and it is the job opportunities are not proportionally matched with the people that have been brought to these places. Of course, there will be strain in these jobs, which will cause unemployment, and this will bring something called aggression. The microaggression between these groups, people will start fighting for jobs. There will be economic competition. So I'm going to talk about economic competition. How is this going to cause economic competition? That's what I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to talk about labor market dynamics. One of the primary concerns has been the potential for increased competition in the labor market. Some argue that the influx of low-skilled immigrants can drive down wages and limit job opportunities for low income workers, including Black Americans who are often disproportionately represented in low wages sector. You've heard very well the sister talking about this point, and I'm just here to reinforce, because the problem is most of illegal immigrants, they don't have the skills required to do this job, to do the jobs that maybe legal immigrants come to do, right? So when they don't have the skills, they'll fit into low paying jobs. So when they fit into low paying jobs, which the system of the United States have placed Black people to do these jobs, now they'll start fighting for these jobs. Now you get where this comes from. I'm also going to be talking about sectorial impacts. Certain industries like construction, manufacturing, and service sectors where Black workers have historically found employment usually see suppression due to competition from immigrant labor. So you understand that this is real. This struggle is real. I'm also going to talk about an important aspect when it comes to political power and representation. So voting and policy influence. The growing immigration population can shift the focus of political agendas. Issues of immigration and multiculturalism might take precedence, potentially overshadowing such as criminal justice reforms, racial inequality, and economic empowerment. On the positive side, right? I'm also going to talk about social and cultural dynamics as amongst other factors of immigration policies, how is it affecting people from the Black community, So we are going to talk about racial tensions. And I've talked about this, I think, in some of my videos that I've presented to you. So at times, the competition for resources and opportunities can exacerbate tension between Black Americans and immigrant communities. This is particularly evident in urban areas where both groups may vie for the same job, housing, and social services. So when we have an increase of immigrants, illegal immigrants into the country, where especially Black communities, just like I've always been saying, because they've always been pushed to the Black community, there will be racial tension, and this is inevitable. So on the flip side, I just also want to look at the positive side of this. There are also opportunities for solidarities between Black Americans and immigrant groups, particularly in advocating for civil rights and social justice. Their shared experience of marginalization and discrimination can foster unity and collective action. When you look at it on the brighter side, you can see the marginalized group. I'm talking about Latinos. I'm talking about African immigrants. I'm talking about different groups of immigrants who are usually pushed to the Black community, you know what I'm saying? So amongst other issues, I'm also going to be talking about criminal justice system. How is this affecting Black community or American Blacks? Policing and law enforcement. Immigration enforcement policies, such as increased policing and detention, can sometimes spill over into the Black communities, exacerbates existing issues with racial profiling and police brutality. This is something that you've always known. I don't even need to ask any American Black. This is something that they know, So public service and resources. The influx of immigrant children can place additional demands on public education systems, which may already be under-resourced in predominantly Black neighborhoods. This can lead to overcrowded classroom and strained resources, just like I have said. When a given population comes to a given country or a given sector or a place, there will be strained resources, if especially the resources are not directly proportional to the population which is being brought to these people. So you understand that that can cause a problem, So also in the social service, increased demand for social services due to immigration can strain resources that are vital to low-income communities, including Black Americans. However, it is important um, to note that immigrants often contribute to the economy and pay taxes, which can help fund these services. That's a point that maybe we'll need to talk about it, because I don't believe these taxes really help these people from the Black community. You know what I'm saying? But that's something that we're going to be talking about in the next time. Also, look at the long-term demographic shifts. Immigration contributes to demographic shifts that can alter racial and ethnic composition of the US. These may impact the political and social landscape, including how Black Americans are perceived and how their issues are being prioritized. This is your presenter, Eugene Duke Stories. I hope that you watched the video, and this is what I know even before me hearing your comment. A lot of American Blacks, I know you resonate with what the lady has said, because she has broken down the budget just like any other Black person can relate with. So I'd just like to hear your response. What can you say about this? Do you agree with the issue of the policy on American Blacks? Do you agree? As you know, this is your presenter, Eugene Duke Stories, and until then, let's meet on my next video. Peace, love, and harmony. Salute.